Hey, teacups. Good evening. It's your girl, Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. Joining me this evening are teacup affiliates, Plez. Hey, Plez.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, doing well. I'm loving that twist out. You look
Thank you.
very professional,
Okay,
librarian-like.
thank you. I had a few Zoom calls today, so
I love it. I love it. Very, very nice. You look beautiful.
Thank
Also joining us this evening is Teacup affiliate Schoolboy. Hey, Schoolboy.
you.
Your official symbol out here. Like,
You sound kind of low a little bit. I think you
do I
got
sound
something.
low?
There you go.
There we
Now
go.
I hear you. There
Yeah,
you go.
I'm out here officially a symbol out here to the ladies. I didn't even know I was doing it like that.
What? Say
Yeah,
what? Let me find out. Hugh Hefner. What is
I
going
am.
on?
Minus the drugging. Minus the drugging.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, praise God for that. Okay. Well, you are a handsome and a beautiful young lady slash male all in one. So look.
2 for 1. I give you the 2 for 1 special over here. You get 1, 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep up the good work. Also joining us this evening is the Bishop. Hey, Bishop.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes, God.
Mhm.
Clear skin.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, that
trying to get
water.
there. I need to let them sodas go, Lord Jesus. But
Oh,
I'm getting there.
Yeah, it's hard. I have my moments.
Mhm.
I don't think I fired the trainer because my daughter still goes, but I stopped going. This is
how
too
you gonna fire
much.
the man? You fired the
I
man?
ain't fired. He talk a lot though. I like him. I don't think he watches, but he talks a lot. I don't want to hear about your girlfriend problems. I don't want to hear about your trip to Tulum. I don't want to hear about all that crap.
Who
Just
you
tell me
talking
what
about?
to do. My trainer. It became too much for me. For some reason, I always end up being someone's therapist. It becomes a lot sometimes. I'm only one woman.
Like Tank said, you only one
Yeah.
woman. He said
That
I'm
was a
only
good
one man.
song, though. That was a good Tank song. I'm only one
Mhm.
man. That was a
And
good song.
I've only known him for how long? 2 months now, and it's like, come on, dude, let's work this thing in a little bit. Go slow, go slow. Also joining us this evening is Teacup affiliate Marcella in the building. How's our
Hey,
favorite auntie doing tonight?
she muted though.
She muted.
You're
What you doing?
muted
What you doing?
and stuck. Look at you stuck up
Look
there.
at you.
Hey guys, I need y'all to hit those like buttons. And plus, you do look like a librarian.
Mhm.
Schoolboy, you are the sex symbol of the day. And Bishop, oh God, oh God. Yeah.
I want to shout out Ernstine. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. As well as C. Smith 2669. Thank you so very much for that generous super chat. We appreciate you. All right. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. First and foremost, hit that like button. Share the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button down below. Am I echoing?
Now you good tonight. You're not fading in and out. It was a little.
Am I echoing though? It sounds like
Yeah,
I'm
a
echoing.
little bit.
Okay, let me see here. Going on.
While we're waiting, hit that like button.
Yes, hit that like button. Let me see it go up. We got 970 people and 257 likes. We got 1,013 people, 257 likes. Go out, hit that X, and then hit that like, and then hit that.
Mhm.
I need to see the love. If you don't like it,
Yeah.
hit the dislike so we can improve. But hit something, please.
Yes, whether it be your wife
damn.
or your girl, hit something.
Oh Lord. Okay.
No, we
Ooh,
don't want
it's not after dark now. Okay.
And the Timberlands for traction.
So I need you to hit that subscribe button down below. If you're already subscribed to the channel, go on and bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we serve on this channel. Teacups. On the agenda tonight, we are discussing Black and Crew's C's. He's been exposed as a child abuser. And they're also saying he used his daughter for a storyline. Also, Safaree and Erica Mena got robbed, and they're exposing the thieves and getting dragged in the process. And R.I.P. to one of my favorite comedians, Paul Mooney. That was sad news today. I was one of his biggest fans. I love Paul Mooney.
Yes.
Love him. I saw him live and everything. Let me see what we have here. Rolanda Walker, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Tina B says, hi guys, I enjoy you all so much. We enjoy you guys so much. But before we get started, let's check on our folks. Let's see here. Let's do the roll call.
Yes.
Roll call, it's a roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We want to hear what you got to say. Teacups, turn them up, what you sipping on the day. Roll call, it's a roll call.
All right, okay, I'm echoing. Perfectly imperfect BX girl, I see you. How you doing, boo? Regina Savage, Ramsey, Deandra, C. Smith, 2669. Again, thank you so much for that generous super chat. Keena Pug, hey Keena. Joanne, let me see here. Empty Nester with Ebony Monique. Joanne, Carol, Simoy, Eureka, Laura, Marcella. You in the chat too, Marcella. Jess, Patricia Clueless, Sweetly Blunt, hey boo, April, Nicole, Marquisha, Lynette, Paula, Fun to be Blonde, NYC. You're here every night, boo. Hey girl, how you doing? I need to go ahead and make you a mod. You're here every night. Pop Secret Original, Quasia, Regis, Paula Stinyard. Hey Paula, how you doing? MSE36, hey girl, Wicked Swami. Okay. Kima Johnson, KD, Lucy J. Know Your Own Worth. Shout out to you and all the mods in the building. I love you all. Valerie, Bianca, Leah, Janet, R. Wilson, Leah Brown, Laura, Shane Lucas, House of Princess. Shout out to you. Jamie T. Ness. Shout out to all the teacups joining us tonight. You could be anywhere, but you're here and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Marcella, how are you in the chat and giving super chat? How are you on the panel and doing this? Thank you. Thank you for this generous super chat. For the best mods and panel on YouTube, the teacups are bomb. Thank you, Marcella. She's our favorite auntie. Thank you. So sweet. So
Drunk
fun.
auntie.
All right, so we're going to dive into this report. C's is on the agenda tonight again. Oh my God, he can't stay out of trouble. So the issues between Caesar Emanuel, aka C's of Black and Crew, his daughter Cheyenne, and his baby mother Crystal Torres have heated up. So they're fighting over an incident that occurred earlier this year. I think it was January when it happened. Yep. If you recall, Cheyenne made allegations during an Instagram live back in January that C's allegedly put hands and feet on her. Y'all remember that? We did an emergency live. Remember that? Yeah, I think we did it on a Sunday or something. It wasn't a normal time that we go live. Perfectly Imperfect BX girl, thank you so much for the super chat. She says Monica is 100. Thank you, my love. We appreciate you. Thank you. So, yep, she accused her daddy of putting hands and feet on her and also stomping her. Remember, she said he grabbed her out of the shower while she was naked and stomped on her and beat her up, and she had to fly back to New York from Atlanta on an emergency flight. Yeah. She also revealed that the cops were called to the scene. There was a lot of back and forth on social media between C's, his daughter Cheyenne, and his girlfriend Suzette. You guys remember that? She made a lot of very, very nasty allegations about Cheyenne. Ultimately, Cheyenne said that she would never forgive her dad or claim him as her father ever again. Ouch. As the new season of Black Ink Crew started, which I've been watching, it's pretty good. Shout out to VH1 and all the folks over there. Crystal's the baby mother, went on Instagram Live this week, I think Monday, and revealed that the family issues have not been resolved. They're still beefing. They're not speaking to each other. She claims that C's used her daughter for a storyline because he hasn't reached out to her. Now, if you watch the episode, he grabbed his phone and said he was trying to call his daughter after his cousin Ted said, you need to resolve this. It's family at the end of the day. That's your daughter. So he called her. We all saw it. And the phone rang and her name showed up on the phone, but she didn't pick up. But according to Crystal, that's not true. He has not reached out to her, and he's using their daughter for a storyline, and she's not down with it. She's not happy about it. Let me see here. Linda, thank you for the super chat, my love. We appreciate you. Hey to my favorite family away from my family. I love you guys. And the fabulous T. Love you guys as well. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Miss Linda. We appreciate you. So she claimed that C's used her daughter for a storyline, like I said. And she says he hasn't had a storyline since he broke up with Duchess a few years ago. I beg to differ. I mean, that show has had good storylines since Duchess. During the live, which lasted over 20 minutes, Crystal made many allegations. She alleged that C's hasn't, like I said, contacted their daughter in months, and that he served his daughter and her with a cease and desist to shut them up. She also claims that the Department of Child Protective Services, otherwise known as CPS in New York, has filed a complaint of some sort on C's in regards to the incident in Georgia. Now, I don't know how that works, but how would CPS in New York be involved if he lives in Georgia and the incident happened in Georgia?
What they do is send a ERISA because it's another state, and the incident happened to happen in Georgia. What they do is contact the CPS in Georgia and let them know, and then Georgia CPS goes to the home. But of course, I'm going to let you tell the rest, because he told them to get the F out of there, and he served them with a cease and desist.
Right. So she says that the New York Department of CPS, Child Protective Services, are involved, and they have a complaint filed against C's, even though the incident happened in Georgia. And then the fireworks, after Crystal went live, the fireworks continued on, and now it's exploded into this huge thing. Let me go ahead and play that video. Let me get it set up for you. It's about 20 minutes. We can watch it together and then make some commentary afterwards, because there's been an update, a huge update in this case. Give me a second. Let me set this up for y'all.
Y'all hit those like buttons. We waiting on it. Look, I'm watching. I got on my glasses tonight watching those likes and dislikes. We only got 514 likes, and we got 1,781 people watching. Hit those like buttons or dislike if that's what you want to do. But show us the love, because we're going to spill this tea, honey. Come on now.
Yes.
Is all right. I'm going to wait until a couple of people come in. This is crazy that I have to address this, but for something that was personal, right? A few months ago, he went and he posted, Cheyenne's father posted a statement that was put on the Shade Room that was going to be a personal matter, right? Now they need it for a storyline. So first and foremost, if you don't know who I am, I'm Cheyenne's mom, Crystal. I go by Crystal Moore. I'm going to address who I am. I've been in corporate America for 20 plus years. I've always held my own. I have, a good paying job. I have 401k, health benefits, all that stuff. Regular mom, single mom. this all happened in October, right? Cheyenne went live in January, right? When it happened, this is what happened from my daughter's point of view. And I'm her mother, I'm gonna believe my daughter, right? Because that's what a real mother would do. Yeah, my daughter has faults to certain things, as all teenagers do. But there's a lot to a backstory from what happened with Cheyenne that night and what was going on with her father. So first and foremost, they weren't there. They were out. They were always out. Cheyenne used to go live all the time when she was in Atlanta. Let me backtrack. So Cheyenne went because there was a pandemic. I live in the city. Cheyenne wanted to go and get away. Normal teenage stuff. We have disagreements. Is normal. She wanted to live with her father because her father stated that he was going to move out to Atlanta permanently because New York City was shut down. His shops was closed. He needed to go, make money in Atlanta. So I said, my suggestion, I said, why don't you take Cheyenne with you? It's summer, school ended, because by this time is the end of May, right? So it wasn't 8 months that he claimed on a TV show that Cheyenne was out there with him, or that she never seen me or whatever for 8 months. That's all cap. Cheyenne went out there in May, right? So the whole summer up to pertaining to October, right? Whatever happened that he went and told Cheyenne to wash dishes before he went away out to eat or whatever, or went to work, whatever, and came back around 11 o'clock. Cheyenne was with her music in the shower. He told her to lower the music. She didn't hear the music. He bangs on the door. He breaks in, and Cheyenne's getting out the shower at that time. And he goes and he arguing. His girlfriend saying whatever. They had company in the house. They saying whatever. So it amped him up, I'm assuming, because this is what my daughter's story is. It's in a police report, actually, too. And that's public record. He gets physical with my child. My child has a towel on. My child barricaded herself in a room with a dresser and called me because she didn't have her phone. He took the phone, called me through her laptop, her iMac. So, she calls me frantic. It hangs up. I try to call him. He don't answer the phone. Whatever happened. So then when I finally get to speak to him, 911's called. I called 911. I'm in New York. She's in Atlanta. You're damn right I'm going to call 911 if I can't get in contact with anyone to find out what the hell is going on. My daughter's crying. She's bleeding in her face. Her weave is... You would thought my daughter had a fist fight with a female. I'm being woken up out of my sleep. Like I said, I work, So all that happening, I'm like, I got to call because it needs something. What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't know nobody in Atlanta. I do know people in Atlanta, but I don't know nobody that I could call at that time as an emergency. All my peoples is here. So the police get there. I'm speaking to the 911 operator. That's public record too. And I have copies of the 911 call. I have copies of the police report, right? So all that, the police, they were fans. So he tells them, dispute my daughter, over some chores. They brush it off. My daughter, in the police statement, begs them to take her. They didn't. They dropped the ball in Atlanta, right? This is what happens. So she stays. I'm on the phone with him. We sit on the phone for mad long, like at least 3 hours. Him trying to calm down. She's hysterical. She don't want to stay there. I'm telling him, please let her leave. He was like, well, if she leaves, she has to leave with the clothes on her back, which she did. I paid for her plane ticket, but I was so frantic and my mind was so all over the place that I paid for my own ticket to get down there. Because I was like, I don't even know if I should drive to Atlanta or take a plane. So at the end result, I had a plane ticket, didn't even get on a plane. She came on a plane over here, right? She left in the middle of the night. He didn't want to give her her phone back. I had to beg him, like, she's going to be in an airport waiting until 6 a.m. for this flight, and you're going to leave her. How's she supposed to get around and get? He was like, oh, that's not his problem, right? So all that happened. He finally gives her the phone, right? Real nasty about it. In the meantime, while I'm on the phone with him, his girlfriend like, oh, she's disrespectful. Granted, she's disrespectful, but this is between me and him. We the ones that the parents. I don't need no outsiders. Yes, she was in the household and she was playing the mother role that she wants a medal for. You know, at the end of the day, it is a situation that me and him, I don't need no extra sidelines because I don't have nobody on my end being a sideline. So, you know, she was like, oh, she could get the fuck out then, whatever the case. So that's the energy that was going on at that time and moment. As a mother, I have to protect mine and I have to make sure she's good. So she got on that plane, came back. When she came, she had bruises on her. The police report, they took pictures, okay? I have pictures, okay? So that's that. So going back, that happened in October. The reason why Cheyenne went live in January was because between October and January, there's holidays, right? You would think that her father, like he said on a TV show, oh, you know, cool off, I'm gonna call her, you know what I'm saying, check on, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy New Year. None of that happened. Cheyenne did not block him because I told her not to block. He wasn't even blocked from my phone, right? So that happens, no word from him. The woman is antagonizing and gaslighting my daughter on her social media because nobody was blocked at that time, right? So October, November, December, they go on where they went, Disney World for Christmas. My daughter sees that. People are forgetting that my daughter is a child still. She's gonna be jealous. She's gonna see that y'all replaced her or she feels replaced in any way. And I'm the one that has to pick up the pieces of my daughter and say, no, your dad really loves you, whatever. But he's not posting, but she's posting and antagonizing and posting like, oh, you know, you're replaced. He's taking care of my kids. He's a great stepfather. That's getting Cheyenne upset. So, listen, she's holding all that stuff. And I had to give my daughter therapy because of this. She went live. There's a lot of things that happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, think back. Maybe she would have, should have not went live. But she went, it happened. Things happen. It is what it is. She goes live. She says what she says. Let me show you this FedEx. That happened January 2nd, 3rd, right? So, because we're basing what was said on a TV show, right? What date is that? January 13th, 2021, right? Miss Torres, I am getting a cease and desist on my daughter, not on me, on my daughter, for my daughter to shut the fuck up, basically. Don't tell nobody that your father beat you. And don't, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention that he didn't even put this lady on time, like, not even that you could put a grown woman, your girlfriend, on timeout because as me, but it's just like the fact that you didn't say nothing. Like, you allowed her, you put a statement out, oh, we're gonna deal with family things, but now you need this whole fucking shit for a storyline? And then I'm cease and desist to stay quiet, or my daughter to stay quiet? He even sent a cease and desist to an ACS, to the Department Child Protective Services of New York. I'm gonna get to that, right? So that happened. So now, January 13th, right? Cease and desist. So if you think about it, right, the show, they showed, oh, he missed his daughter, all that. He never called his daughter, right? 3 months went by before Cheyenne went on live. Never called my daughter, right? If you look at all the people that's on the show, granted, mind you, let me tell you, I do not want to be on the show. I feel like I was embarrassed from the last season. Yeah, I did some crazy fucked up shit with Kitty, whatever. But if y'all know how TV works, they prep you for all that. And then they went and twisted it to make me look like the bad guy. I seen how TV work, whatever. It's cool. It's not for me. I'm a woman of a certain age. I have a corporate job. I'm not trying to be on TV or that rah-rah shit, that ghetto drama. It's cool. Y'all do y'all thing. That's great. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I was put on a TV show with my daughter to make him look good because he didn't have a storyline after Duchess. He needed something to prove that he was a good dad because, yes, we were going through problems of child support and stuff. I don't care how much money I have. You or how much money I don't have. You and me had a baby together. you not gonna go and you not gonna go and support and take care of her nothing, and not for me to not to let it be known. My daughter's 17, so when I was together with him, we broke up when my daughter was like 4. He has not been, I've been pushing for my daughter and him to be a relationship. He's been a part-time dad for most of her life. The most time that she's ever spent with him and had a relationship that I pushed when I went to be on TV, to put him on TV with her to make him look like a good dad, it was me. I'm the one that did that. You know what I'm saying? He was a steady dad for 3 years only because a TV camera was in front of us. Right? Sorry, they keep on calling me. Where was I? So, if you look at all the people who are on that show, when they went to Atlanta, it was in January. So, you're capping that you're calling my daughter trying to make things right. Oh, you have to do a tattoo to get your mind off your daughter. That's in January. So, when did you call my daughter? That happened in April. They all went to Atlanta in April. So you went and tried to call my daughter in April to try to make things right when that happened in October?
Mind you, didn't say happy birthday to me.
Oh, didn't say happy birthday to Cheyenne at all. You know, because an ACS case was put out. Yes, ACS was called. I don't know how it happened. It happened. ACS was called. They knocked on my door. They're investigating David Emanuel on the allegations that was taking place in Atlanta. You know what he did? He went and sent a cease and desist to sending a police report, sending a cease and desist to ACS. He also went and told ACS when the investigator went to contact him, oh, speak to my lawyers. You do that? That's what we do when we rich and or quote unquote rich or famous, or a F-lister or E-lister famous. That's what we do. We think we're untouchable. You know what they did? He was found guilty in the state of New York for neglect on his child. It's public record. So because of that, what happened was he went and tried to do a retaliation and call ACS on me. Said that I was using drugs with my daughter. That doesn't make sense. People that really know me. I don't do drugs, okay? I hardly drink, if I do. So I took a drug test. I didn't have to. I volunteered to take a drug test, came back negative. My daughter took a drug test, which she should have had not even been degraded to do. Everything came back negative. So they realized that it was retaliation on their part, called say some crazy shit. The point that I'm trying to make is that don't go and you try to use for something that you said that was supposed to be private and you're trying to fix it to be a great dad. Now you're trying to save face and you're using your daughter. How could you lie on your own child? That doesn't make no sense to me. Like, what kind of man are you to lie on your daughter just to make yourself look good? I don't have to do with none of this. I wasn't there. If the tables was turned and I was to beat my child like that, he would make sure he get all types of lawyers to make sure that I was put in jail or something. So it's just crazy to me that because I'm defending my daughter, now I'm all this or whatever Ted said on his thing. That is like, whatever, I'll take that. But I have to defend my daughter and what's went on. I haven't gone live. This has been going, I thought this was behind us. I'm dealing with shit behind the scenes. We're in court now. We have a court date coming up this week. That's public record too, for order of protection. That comes hand in hand. So that's not me. They're going to put an order. We have an order of protection. My daughter has an order of protection against her father because he was found guilty of neglect. He can't adopt. He can't do none of that, And in the meantime in between all this happening, I have receipts of the woman talking about me, voice notes, people sending me voice notes. She's having conversations with random people, fans that whatever they in her DMs, talking about me, text messages. Let me tell you, this woman since here, and I haven't, and I'm the type of person. It's girls that he's dated that we've been cool. There's two girls that follow me to this day that used to fuck with him. And he stopped fucking with them. And they were cool with me, always cool with me. It's not always a thing. I'm not obsessed with him. I don't care for him. I have my own nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's something that they have to continue with the story. Oh, she wants him. Nah, I don't. I really don't. So the fact is that you're going to go and you have this woman, she has ruined every female relationship in his life. He has sisters he don't talk to because of her. His mother, he doesn't talk to because of her. His daughter, he doesn't talk to because of her. And they're going to go say, oh yeah, he couldn't contact her in April for her birthday because she has an order of protection on him. And that's what we wanted. No, this is how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? You see the type of character he is. He is very disrespectful to females. He used to be disrespectful to me. I was in a mentally abusive relationship with him too. And back in the day. And we grew out of it. I thought we grew out of it. And when he went and he hit my daughter and the way I seen my daughter, that broke my heart. As a mother, it broke my heart. I can't understand that I'm here dealing with this here and a man gonna go and want to save face and put his daughter and the mother of his child in the mud just to save face, to keep a TV show that's ghetto as fuck with drama. That's all they possess is drama for black and brown people. I don't want to be a part of none of that. It's whack. It's really whack that you're gonna do that when it's in the pudding, my man. Like, you sent me a cease and desist, and now you're using it for a storyline. You put a whole a statement out. Oh, it's supposed to be private matter. And you running it for a storyline? So if that never happened with Cheyenne, and me and Cheyenne never, did, what would you use for season 9? Like, this is wild, crazy, and it's upsetting that I have to deal with this. My daughter's in therapy. You know what I'm saying? I'm in therapy because this is very disheartening that we have to deal with a man who is he's like really self-centered. And it's messed up that you wouldn't put a woman in check to diss your daughter. Like, she said all types of whack shit. Like, nobody's saying nothing about her being a prostitute or being a stripper or having an OnlyFans. I'm not saying none of that. But you went low, like my daughter's on your level. And I'm scared to death that my daughter will turn 18 and this girl will come after her. I'm even telling my daughter not to apply to colleges in Atlanta because this lady is really crazy. And it's sad that we have to deal with that. And I think that he's scared of her. You don't even want to know the half of the abusive things that my daughter had to witness while she was down there. Them fighting each other. Like, that shit is wild crazy. And I have to protect mine. So I'm wrong for protecting my daughter, for bringing her up here. I'm wrong. Look. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all can think what y'all want to think at the end of the day.
Hey, y'all. I got a scarf on. I'm not going to get it live, but y'all know.
I'll put the comments back on because I don't know.
Y'all know vibey.
Stop.
All right, I'm sorry.
Because it's like sad. So now they're going to drag this whole storyline for season 9 so your viewers could be. I don't want to be a part of that. This is real personal shit. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's sad. We have to deal with this. At the end of the day, when the TV's off for that hour, I still got to deal with this. Got to get lawyers involved. You paying for lawyers to shut me up, to protect your brand. But you the one that did wrong. Yeah, you should have talked to me. You had 3 months to talk to us or try to make it right. And then look, Cheyenne goes live because she's mad because a grown woman is gaslighting her. And then somebody gonna call AC. Of course, there's millions of people, many of y'all people fucking watching. Somebody gonna be dumb and go do that dumb shit. Throw us under the bus for a storyline. It's sad. I'm bitter baby mother. How am I bitter baby mother? That don't even make no sense.
Don't argue. It don't matter. They could think what they want to think. Nobody putting bread in your pocket. It's good. You already know people gonna see that.
How am I? No, I'm hot. Police reports, all that.
Yourself. It's none of that.
So all that is public record. You know who has it? Gossip of the City. She had it on her page. Somebody showed it to me on her Patreon. She has all that. So there's people there's gossip pages that really have all that to show what's really going on behind the scenes. And then producers went and told me they wasn't going to talk about it. Lying. That's why I don't trust none of these I spoke to a VH1 exec. A VH1 exec told me he wasn't, we're going to make sure because You know what that is? If my daughter wasn't strong enough and she would have committed suicide or something because y'all talking about her on TV, like y'all don't even care. Y'all dead don't care. Y'all just want money. As money is root to all evil, mad greedy for money, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's disheartening. And what am I supposed to do as a mother?
Thank you.
As women, we shouldn't be allowing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? As women, you know, a woman, she's a mother herself. So if it was the other way around, she would be at my door. And everybody knows that I'm not that type of female. It's like so crazy to me. And the funny thing is, we were really good. We were really good co-parenting. He was having all types of different women for the past 3 years. I had my nigga. We were chilling. We were co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good. And that one incident happened, and then you just break out. Don't say nothing. You chose who you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You dissed my daughter. You kicked her out in the street. Took it way too far. And whatever they're going to do, they're going to go and try to talk and say all types of shit. Oh, you know, I live in the projects or whatever. Niggas act like they forgot where they from. They forget where they come from. And I don't live in the projects. I live in a co-op. And so what?
But like,
so what? So if you really want to know what it is, you know, he wanted me to move. He offered to move me out there. And I said no. I did not want to move out there. What is it that you want to say, Cheyenne? She's upset because I won't let her go on live. Because, you know, this is my time to say my piece. You know, for this long I have not said anything. And I've been really like not wanting to address nothing. You know, it's so crazy. He's not even on child support no more. Like, I don't even want it. I don't care. Like, I wash my hands because I don't want to have none. Like, there's no coming back from this. How do you come back from this? How do you come back from this? It's been fucking thrown in public eye. How do you even come back from this? And you talking about you love your daughter. How do you love your daughter when you're doing this? You could have said no. You could have stood up and said no, that you did not want to have, you know, to be posted on a fucking TV show for a storyline. My daughter, I'm going to protect mine, whether she's right, wrong, or indifferent. That's what a real mother does. So, with that being said,
she does not want my father. So stop saying that, because she does not want my father.
They could think what they want to think. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Wait. But
how you taking care of somebody else's kids? You can't take care of your own. Whoa! Mom, what is that filter? I don't know.
I'm gonna take the free? No, I don't want to take the filter off. How do you take the filter off?
Mom, you getting old.
I don't know how to use this.
How many filters you got? Trying to take his money and then, yeah. Hey, Carl. That's shocked.
I know. People try to say that they're saved and put all kind of Christian stuff on, and they the devil in sheep clothing, you know, and I don't believe that shit either.
And it doesn't matter even if we did live in a project. You supposed to take your family out.
And no, I don't even want that, because that was offered to me and I didn't. So at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, look, I don't even know what to say no more. I said my piece. I said what I have to say, and you know, I know this is gonna go viral. I'm not doing this for no kind of no kind of clout, none of that. Because if I was, I'll be on fucking live every second. I hardly be on my social media. I post little shit, and that's it.
Don't tell her shut up. Get off the live. But we're happy. We wish them the best. But
and if my daughter's a spoiled brat and was it worth it? Was she supposed to get her ass? So was she supposed to get her ass beat on TV on in his house? And when she inappropriate, she has woman parts. She's 16, 17.
But that don't make you a spoiled brat. Yes, I was fed.
And he's
all right. We're back. Okay. Les, what are your thoughts before we continue on with this report on the allegations made by Crystal?
I think this is a cesspool of toxicity, and it is draining. Honestly, it's draining. Like, I honestly feel bad for Cheyenne because I don't know how she had any chance to develop into something other than what she portrays on live and on TV. And before y'all even start, like, that's not talking about a child. She's disrespectful.
Thank you.
She has no home training.
Amen.
Now, does that mean she deserves to get a beating? No. Does that mean she deserves to get snatched out of a shower for allegedly not washing dishes? No. But you know, the exploitation on Black Ink Crew does not surprise me. It's one of the main reasons why I stopped watching the show a few years ago when they kept going with the narrative with Sky and her sons. You could tell that was a clearly toxic, unhealthy situation for lots of reasons. And it was not something that should have been on TV. Like, at all. It had no place on TV. I don't care if it's reality. Like, some things should not be for profit. And that is where I draw my line. So, yes, C's is absolutely wrong for letting this play out on the show. I don't care that it already played out on social media. Social media is one thing. These YouTube streets, the Shade Room streets, the Instagram streets are limited. When you put it on national TV, like VH1, that's a whole new ballgame. Because there are people to this day that don't even know what YouTube is, don't watch it, or even if they do, they don't know like that we did that interview, you know, that deep dive back then and stuff like that. So when you expose it on national TV, it's a totally different level. However, she is being a whole hypocrite because when she was on the show, the exploitation was good enough. When she was chasing him down for child support for ratings, it was good enough. So you can't be mad at one and not own up to the stuff that you do as well. Then the whole, I'm protecting my child, blah, blah, you should protect your child. But there is a fine line between protecting your child and enabling your child. Yeah. Those are two very different things. But in order to recognize that those are two different things, you would then have to own up to your own toxicity. Mm-hmm. But that's too much like right. She has to address the fact that the reality is somewhere in the middle between her story and C's story, at one point, even if she's not now, at one point she likely was a bitter baby's mom. He was a bum. She had a baby. He wasn't providing as he should. And he started to glow up. And she rightfully went after him for everything that her and her child is owed. That's never what this is about. But in going after him, you used your child as a weapon because you also kept her from her father. That's documented. So you played games with a whole human. And I know people gonna say, "Oh, this old school." Well, yeah. I'm old school. I was raised by some older women from the South, and as an adult myself, I believe in children staying in a child's place. I also believe, though, that in order for a child to know their place, the adult has to teach them that. And you know how you teach them that? You dismiss them from the room when adults are talking. There is no GD reason that girl should have even been at the house when you were doing this live. But she for doggone sure should not have been in the room. And I knew it was her before she even got on camera. Tell it. Are you serious?
And the fact that her daughter had a cease and desist, and she allowed her daughter to partake in that video is crazy.
Like, are you serious? Why is she there while you're talking about her father like this? Regardless of what happened between y'all grown adults, she is a child, no matter how big she is, no matter how developed she is, no matter how what. She is a child.
Yeah.
And she is hurting because both her mother and her father have used her. You are not innocent, Crystal. Y'all both have used this little girl like a little rag doll. And of course, because you are her primary caretaker, she is going to cling to you and she is going to uphold you. And I'm not saying that she's right. I'm saying she shouldn't have to. Your child should not be in these streets defending you or her father. She shouldn't be put in that place. Then you're cussing the whole time. Like, make it make sense. You're cussing the whole time. Then when she starts cussing, you, excuse me, she cusses all day, every day because you and her daddy cuss all day, every day. And the reality is when that camera ain't on live, you let her cuss all day, every day. You think it's cute. You started it when she was a little girl. People get mad when their kids get to be middle school and high school and they can't control them no more because when she was 2 and 3 and did it, you giggled. You thought it was fun. She might be a spoiled brat. It's one thing to provide for your children and give them a great life. You should never be okay with saying your child is a spoiled brat because again, that means you failed them. Yeah. And so I just feel bad for Cheyenne. I hope she's able to get it together. I hope the grown-ups around her are able to get it together. But the reality is it's a toxic pile of crap. And she is unfortunately a product of them both. Yeah. The exploitation is ridiculous. But I can't deny that she played into the exploitation. So yeah, it's all wrong. But I don't see how this adds or helps it at all.
It doesn't. Before you go ahead and give commentary, Schoolboy, I just want to add really fast. What stood out to me is Crystal saying numerous times throughout the video, I don't want him. And then the daughter chiming in saying she don't want my daddy. But last season, we saw a whole season of you fixing your face. She fixed her face and kept saying she wanted to be back with him. She wanted to see what his reaction would be with her new face. She was literally wanting to fight Kitty Cat, or whatever the hell her name is, overseas. She was chasing her down the street. She wanted Kitty Cat out of the picture. She kept saying she wanted to be back with him. During her birthday, she was blushing and all this crap. Girl, just stop with the lies. It's an integrity issue for me personally.
Yes.
And the daughter is out of control. She's been out of control for a very long time. Super disrespectful. All up in grown folks' business. Schoolboy, sound off. What are your thoughts?
I stopped watching Black Ink Crew alone. Okay, the only reason why I peeked in this year because I was curious. Of course, I wanted to support the blog.
Your mic keeps going in and out.
Your mic.
The mic is going in and out.
I think you got to talk directly into it. Whenever you turn your mouth, it goes out.
There you go. I supported.
Perfect.
I had stopped watching Black Ink Crew a long time ago. I started back this year because I was curious of, they got to this season, whatever. And then this past episode, of course I wanted to watch again because I wanted to support Monica because the blog was on there, all about the tea. As I was watching the episode, here's the thing with Caesar and them. Allegedly, and I have gotten people that have been around this whole VH1 and Black Ink and all of this stuff is fake. Okay, a lot of the stuff that we think is owned by C's allegedly is not owned by C's. A lot of stuff behind the scenes is all fake and fugazi. Big Fish has been faking storylines for a while now, and I do agree with Crystal. He has not had a legit storyline since Duchess. All these storylines have been fake. I'm with players. I do not agree that they should have used that mess with Sky and her kids, because that was some toxic mess. Then you turn around, Steve got up here and used his daughter. Now, both of the parents is trifling in my opinion. Both of them sorry. Because C's, every time you look up, you getting a heifer, you choosing a heifer over your child. Okay? That's your daughter at the end of the day. Women gonna come and go. I don't care who you slide in and pull the panties to the side. They gonna be around you just because of the money. Just because of the money and notoriety of being on the show. And any man sitting up there that won't take care of his own child, but take care of another woman's child, that says not only something about the man, but also says about the woman that's laying with him, that you would even go there and open your legs to a man that's not taking care of his child. That screams flags for me. Then Crystal, the baby mama, you just as trifling, because as Monica and players both said, you was up there acting ignorant a few years back, trying to run him down, trying to run his pockets and everything else that was going on, so you could get $1 and a piece of change and doing something strange for it. So you've been known it was all produced. You just got mad because the rabbit ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun, when you both looked the fool on national TV, and now this child is thrown in the middle of it. The little girl disrespectful, okay? Because at 17 years old, I wouldn't have dared talk to my mother like that. Actually, I would have got kicked in my damn throat, and I wouldn't have had the audacity to even think to talk to my mother like that. These damn kids nowadays is out of control, and these parents allow them to talk to them and talk to them as they are adults. You are not an adult. When she was on the live and she was talking to whoever she was talking to, these followers that she got, which legitly, let me tell you something, she got them followers off the back of her baby daddy because her baby daddy is on TV. Right. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Her daughter should have minded her P's and Q's and sat her ass down somewhere and then say nothing. That's the problem with these kids. These kids have been allowed to be babied and taught as they are adults. She is not an adult. She needs to learn to stay in a child's place. But I do believe C's was wrong for putting hands and feet on your child. I don't give a damn what your child did or said. You should be able to control yourself and your anger. But I do believe that he like these toxic heifers he like to deal with. And I do believe they got some run up, get done up type relationship with him and that girl. Because I watched the episode and she seems very ghetto. I don't know what kind of real estate agent she is, but I wouldn't have bought nothing from the heifer. Nothing.
She does seem ghetto. Looks like she's in a gang or something.
Airbnb, they try to pass off as, oh, she's a rental. What? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Stop appeasing this reality TV mess, because the problem is that we don't want examples like this of the Black community. But yes, this is what we uphold. C's is willing to sell anybody out. He don't give a damn who it is to make $1 on VH1, because I heard allegedly back in the day when the first show first started, wasn't nobody getting paid but him and Ted. So all of this mess, at the end of the day, they all, to me, need to be up underneath the jail. The mama need to be investigated, because I don't know what's food got lying around on her house, and the daddy need to go get investigated further. And Caesar, you are trash to sit up there and put a cease and desist on everybody, even the damn government system, because you don't want somebody to investigate. You got drama over at your house. That's clear. I don't know what you got going on, sir, but what I need you to do is go lay on somebody's couch and heal your damn self, because you are an absolute freaking mess. And y'all have created a disaster of a child who's going to turn into an adult, who is also going to be a disastrous adult and toxic to any man she gets. So I suggest the whole damn family go lay on somebody's couch and get some therapy.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Allegedly, he put hands on her. Personally, I don't believe he did. These are Cheyenne's allegations. And from what I've seen of Cheyenne, I would need her to take a lie detector test, because I personally don't believe he put a hand on that girl. Did he speak to her rudely? Did he cuss at her? Yeah, probably. That's likely, but I personally don't believe he put hands on her like she's claiming. Marcella, what are your thoughts?
I'm a New Yorker, y'all, and I know all about this situation. Crystal took C's to court in 2015 for child support, saying that he owed $15,000. May 2016, he got arrested, and he proved that he had gave her $7,000 and he owed her like $7,236. So the judge told him, he needed to pay the rest of that money. And if he didn't, he would spend 6 months in jail over the weekend. Crystal always wanted C's. From the time this daughter was 11 years old, she was putting her, your father is doing this, he ain't with us, and this and this. She been teaching this child to disrespect her father for so many years. Then last year, she goes to an event with a red dress because she really wants this man back. And he was like, nah, I already been there, done that. And so Crystal does not reprimand Cheyenne, and you saw it for yourself when the girl cussing, and she know her daughter got a cease and desist, and she's allowing her daughter to come on this live and cuss, and my mama don't want this. Yeah, she do got another ninja, she do, but she don't want him because guess what? He ain't nothing. He ain't shining bright like Caesar. And Caesar is disrespectful. I believe he lays hands on women allegedly, but I don't believe that he laid hands on his daughter. He told her to turn her music down. She act like she did not hear her father, and he bust that door in. And then, she was like, why you do that? She cussing back at her father like a grown woman. Crystal sent Cheyenne down there to torture Caesar and see what he doing down there. She always getting in an argument with these women. You need to talk to the father. He pays her $360 a week. Google it. You will see. He pays her $360 a week. She need to be quiet. Every time she keeps saying, I work for corporate America, I don't need him. No, Cheyenne is 17 years old, y'all. She just had a birthday. She's 17 years old. And when she turned 18, that money stops. And Crystal have created a monster. She not going to be able to put Cheyenne out that house. Cheyenne is going to be with her forever because she haven't taught her daughter how to be a woman, how to go out there and get a job, how to be a good woman to a man. Y'all living in New York, this girl, that's all she talk about. Caesar being funny. Caesar, if you not interested in him no more, get your money and go. He paying you on time. Why you send your daughter down there when you know they didn't have a relationship? Not only do Cheyenne need to really be in therapy, but Crystal need to be in therapy too, because Cheyenne is going to destroy Crystal, and Caesar is going to be over there and say, my money is done. Now, I'm telling you, if he would a woman, and he paying for that woman over there, Crystal is not skipping a beat in her money. She is getting her money. That's one thing she didn't say. I'm not getting my money. She
said she cut off the child support. She goes, I don't even want child support anymore. She did. So that was a lie, huh? Wow.
That's a lie. And that's why I say she went to court and said that he owed her $15,000. Read about it. And he had paid her $7,000, but she didn't think that he saved those receipts. And he did. And so he just had to pay the rest. She goes after him every time he doesn't pay her any attention. Crystal needs to get a life, and she needs to go through some therapy with her daughter to calm her daughter down, because her daughter is on 10, and after that money is gone, Crystal gonna have a hard time with Cheyenne because she is grown.
Yeah. Bishop, what are your thoughts?
This is just a classic example of when the F-19 meets his match. And what I mean by that, he is a male hyena with a bunch of female hyenas. And his daughter is slowly being trained to be a good female hyena. You know what I mean? So, and the reason why I'm saying this, because if you watch the Animal Channel, female hyenas are bigger than male hyenas. And female hyenas only use male hyenas to procreate and make children. And female hyenas don't care nothing about their offsprings. Matter of fact, they will harm and beat their offsprings and throw them out.
Oh, wow.
The reason why I'm making this analogy because he is a classic example of a shriveled up, small male hyena who don't have none of his women in check. Even his baby mama even said it on the stream. She said he don't put none of his women in check. She said that. She was talking, she was referring to the girlfriend. However, that applied to her too. Now, the only thing she sees Caesar as is as a bag. See, when you have individuals that only look at people as a monetary gain or as a hard penis or as a something he can do for me, rather than seeing him as a person, this is how you get knocked up and have children with a person, and it turns into a train wreck. You have train wreck children, and then you wonder why your children come out a certain way, why they behave a certain way, because you are a train wreck, ma'am. And the man that you laid down and had a baby with, he was a weak, effeminate train wreck of a man himself. Now, I hate to say that about Caesar because I feel like he's trying to make money and make a better life for himself, whether it be on TV, living a fake life mixed in with this real life. However, he has made a way out of the bad situation he once was in. However, what makes him not a complete man is when you're raising other women's children and not raising the one that you have. Now, my problem is this. How dare you treat her, this from what I ever hear, where y'all talking about this girlfriend, she sound like a hood booger. She sound like a booger bear. She sound like she comes straight from the gutter, but I don't know this because I never seen who she was. But however, the way that these other hood boogers, which is the baby mama and the daughter, the way they describe this woman, she don't sound too far from them. So if I'm trying to interpret how they act and how she acts, it makes sense why she's going at a 17-year-old girl, because they don't see their children as children. They see them as an adult. And that's what the problem is. Even people that shoot us down in the streets that wear uniforms, they are trained to think and see us as an adult when we're little kids. And these same mothers see their kids as adults, as little kids. Because however, if they saw this girl as a little child, as the way they're supposed to see her as a child, she would not have been in the room while her mother's doing it live. Matter of fact, if her mom was a grown woman, she wouldn't even come on live. Because the old school women I know, they wouldn't go live and have their business down the street, whether or not their man is acting a fool or whatever. They would say, you know what, this man is no good. You know what, if I'm really done with him, I'm done with him.
Yeah,
they're gonna be really done. So I believe some of her story until the daughter started talking. I'm like, oh, please turn this live off. I've seen enough.
Mm-hmm. It's really sad. It's crazy. Shout out to Paula Stinyard. Thank you so much for all the super chats. The bishop said it. Preach. Mm-hmm. Kayana Wallace, thank you so very much for the generous super chat. Crystal will do anything to get attention from C's, and now his daughter is sipping the Kool-Aid. So sad. I hope they fix this. We saw it on TV. I don't know what she's talking about. She don't want him. We all saw it. She literally chased Kitty Cat down the street. The candy shop. Thank you so much for the super chat. She said facts. Paula Stinyard. She said speak, auntie. Thank you again, Paula. We have another one from Kiana Wallace. Thank you. Yes, everyone has very valid points. That little girl should have been put in her place years ago. It's too late now. She already thinks she's grown. The monster has been created, and now she's going to be a burden to society. You know, Candy Con, thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate you very, very much. Now, let me walk down memory lane and pull up the original. This is back in January when Cheyenne went live after the alleged incident where she claims her dad put hands and feet on her. She went live, and I'm going to share my screen to show you exactly what she had to say. Channel members, I dropped the link to the backstage on the community tab. Y'all can go on and grab that. Let me share my screen. Give me a minute here. Okay, here we go. Okay, you can see that, right? So let me go back up. This was the blog we had wrote. Okay, let me change some settings so you can actually hear it. Okay. Wait a minute. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Yeah, we can
I'm
hear
gonna
it.
turn it up some more. Give me 1 second.
Everybody that knows that's a mother on this, period. You and start me out. You talking about? So now you.
It's gonna make me watch it on Instagram. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can watch it again. Hold on.
Well, who's this woman?
That's the daughter.
Daughter. That's
Oh,
the
the
daughter
daughter.
right there.
Okay,
Okay, she
hold
look
on,
completely
y'all.
different.
No, she is big, y'all. She is big.
Can y'all can't hear it, can you?
Yeah, we
No.
heard it when you was playing it.
When you was playing it, yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Cheyenne looked like she can be on the New York Giant team. She is a big girl. I'm talking about not heavy, but tall and built.
Okay, I don't know why it's not fully letting me play it, but she was cussing and carrying on, talking about he put hands and feet on her and acting really, really crazy. And then after Cheyenne went live and was saying all the crap she was saying, cussing and carrying on, Suzette went live, and Suzette is C's girlfriend of I don't know, a year and a half, because they just celebrated a year not too long ago. If you can see that, Schoolboy, do you want to read it? This is what Suzette's response was to the claims that Cheyenne made.
Yeah, I can see it. We had maids. No one made her clean a bedroom house. She was supposed to wash dishes. You want $600 wigs, but don't want to wash dishes.
That's what the maid's for, baby. My maid wash dishes.
Okay.
Well, she needed class, and she a damn realtor. This is terrible.
There you go. I kept going.
Kids these days don't have no respect. Don't respect their mom or their dad. Want the world who raised you. Back in the day, if you talk back, you got your ass whooped. This generation is different.
Okay.
You was 60 pounds overweight when we got you. We got you in the gym on meal plans. You told me you wish I was your mother. Maybe you would be different. Him and I would argue over me defending you. Every time everyone told me I was crazy. Mind my business. I see it now. She mad you used to call me mom. She uses you to talk shit because she don't have the heart to do it herself. Oh Lord God, she a realtor? Jesus. Her mother got kicked off the show and trying to get her storyline back. Where her mother now? While she talking all this, she has no respect, no discipline, nothing. You on video talking to the police? Stop it. They thought the craziness would run me away. Nope, I'm still here. Nice try though. You couldn't run me away like you did the others.
All right, and then Crystal posted this, and I think I sent it to you, right, Schoolboy? You have it separately?
Yeah, I have it separate.
I can read it if you want me to, but
let me pull it up so I can see it. Okay, I'm going to address this for the last time. The level of disrespect from my father pulling me out of the shower, then beating me while I was naked is a problem. Period. I have no reason to fabricate a story. It's a shame because he's on TV that people would think it's okay to kick me, punch me, and stomp me like I'm a dog in the street. It is not okay. I'm here to speak my truth. He knows what he did. The police was called. There were records. All of you trolls can say what you want. This is my reality of what transpired. And for his prostitute hoe girlfriend, she's been stalking my dad for years when he was with Duchess. How can you respect anyone that puts his hands on his daughter the way he did? And how do you allow her to argue back and forth with a 16-year-old?
All right, and you want to read what Crystal had to say? It starts with it's the one that's really long, and it starts with
I find it disgusting.
Child's father allows any woman to. You see that one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I find it disgusting that my child's father allows any woman to body shame his daughter in any manner. She can say what she want to say about me, but children are off limits and all across the board. And now let's address the matter in hand. No one will ever understand to be me woken up out of my sleep at 2 a.m. from my daughter crying that her father beat her. This has psychologically damaged my child. Imagine someone ripping you out of the shower at 16 years old and punching and kicking you because you didn't wash dishes in the sink fast enough. David and I have always had discipline for our child, but never physically where it has graduated to this point. I've had no choice but to alert the authorities because I was in one state and them in another. I had to book a flight at 3 a.m. to get Cheyenne out of that abusive situation. Immediately, my child is heartbroken that he did this and to let her express herself the way she did in her life because she needed to get it off her chest and closure for 2021. It is my divide right. Oh, I think she meant divine right to protect my child. That's why she is no longer in that situation and never will I allow her in any kind of situation.
All right, y'all. Okay. Oh my goodness. So that was just a recap, a refresher of the past. We walked down memory lane. Marcella, thank you for the super chat. She says, I was not talking about the weight, period. Are they saying you was talking about the weight?
Yes, but you know, I'm talking about she's a tall girl and she's stocky. And that's what I was talking about. But I feel that both parents have a responsibility in this. But y'all say, why are we talking about the woman? Because the child has been with the woman mostly. Both of these parents are foul.
Yeah, they failed their child. Absolutely. You know, growing up in a single parent home, that didn't help matters. C's was young. Crystal was young. They're both from the streets. And you know what? I can't even say being from the streets will determine how the child will turn out. I just don't think either of them knew how to be a parent. They still don't know how to be a parent. And you know, we see Cheyenne as a result of their lack of parenting. And it's very sad. It really, really is. Paula Stinyard, she says, Monica, every time I tune in, I'm never disappointed. Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Queen Mama Bear, wow. Thank you for this very generous super chat. Woo, child. Stop being and raising hood boogers. Drops donation and a collection plate. Thank you. Now hit that like button. It's sad. Paula Stinyard, again, thank you. She says, Pledge, you broke it. You broke that all the way down. Yes. Tootsie Lacey, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you. Dana Williams, thank you for the super chat. Crystal knows that her daughter has a very smart mouth. She can be very disrespectful. She acts just like her mama too. Crystal should have done that live alone. Well, she don't know any better. I mean, Mr. Fly Kicks, thank you for the super chat. C's is a real cornball. He's shown us this several times, doing whatever it takes to make himself look good. Now he's hurt. I don't even know if he's hurt. Honestly, this is just a mess, all of it. Leslie Kennedy, thank you for the super chat. Hey, panel. To be honest, this is some bird behavior. And unfortunately, their daughter is a bird in the making. Shaking my head. Hashtag birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather that don't fly together.
It's bird season. It is bird season.
Birds. Yeah, flightless birds.
Kim D, thank you for the super chat. This is from last night. We got cut off last night, y'all. Two things was happening. YouTube was crashed, actually. Everyone's lives were down. And the hashtag YouTube down was trending on Twitter. And then I had a bad storm here and I lost power for a little bit. So between those two things, we had to end the live in a very unique way. Y'all can go back and look. But Kim D says, I'm from Atlanta, and yes, I'm a fan of both T.I. and Tiny as entertainers, but I still want the truth and all the truth, no matter what it looks like. All right. So we're going to continue on. Plez, do you want to share some thoughts on going back down memory lane? The stuff that Suzette said was just unbelievable. I mean, she was out of pocket.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I guess, now the platform is bigger, but all of these comments about, oh, you're only talking about Crystal and Cheyenne. Well, that's because we just watched a 20-minute video of Crystal. Like Monica already said, we covered this back in January or February, whenever it first popped off on Instagram. And if you go find that video, you will see that we flamed Caesar and Suzette as well. Like, we've done that. But if you need us to do it again, okay, cool. The reality is, all of them are wrong. All of them are wrong. All of them have failed Cheyenne. And yes, Caesar is trash. Like I said, I don't watch the show. I don't support the show. I will not support the show. They go below what is my personal boundary in what a reality TV show should be. It's not aligning with my views, so I don't watch it. It is too much exploitation. So this, unfortunately, Cheyenne is another long list of people that C's has messed over for the sake of the show. He has shown you time and time again that he is selfish. No one is safe. I even remember early on when he had his mother, the lady who raised him. I'm surprised he didn't go back to her house and exploit her some more. Like, there are no bounds. I think the only person who might be a little bit safe is Teddy, because of whatever relationship that they have. But all other friends, Walter, oh shit, Puma, like everybody, anybody can get it. His child's mother, his child, when you have children, some people have children so young, and they have their own demons and childhood trauma and toxicity that they're dealing with. He isn't healed either. So part of him isn't even really a father in the sense that we know a father to be. This child is honestly just a bill to him. He hasn't shown care or concern or true nurturing the way that you would expect a father to do. Now, part of that is because of the strain between him and Crystal. But you would think at some point, especially with him getting older, something would kick in and say, you know what, she may have withheld her from me early on, but now I got a little money. Now I can fight for custody. All of that, yeah, Crystal did raise her, but Caesar isn't exempt. He could have been there had he chosen to. And unfortunately, a lot of men in our community make easy excuses. I don't care if the mother isn't letting you see the child. I don't care. The court system is there for you too. But so many of our men detest the court system, regardless of the reason. They choose to let the mother take over raising their children. And unfortunately, children don't really know the difference. All they know is you weren't there. They don't care the reason, you weren't there. And Caesar is what some people would like to call a tender D. I ain't going to say the full word. Anytime a new woman is in his life, he moves differently. He gets a little shady. He's trifling. So Caesar is who and what he is. And we already said, no, I don't care what she did. And I believe her. I believe something happened in that house. I don't believe she would completely make up him snatching her out the shower and all that. Caesar has a bad temper. And I believe, again, because he's from the streets, when he's disrespected, he's disrespected. He flash out. He don't care who is doing the disrespect. So I can see him reprimanding her in a way that was completely inappropriate and uncalled for. He should not have put his hands on that girl. But as I said, he doesn't really view her as a child that needs protecting. Unfortunately for young girls who do develop quickly, Cheyenne is a big girl. And unfortunately, society will womanize her. Her mouth does not help the situation. But the adult still has to remember she's a child. As far as Suzette, and then I'm done, Suzette, of course, is trash. You took what a child told you allegedly in confidence, in a vulnerable state, and blasted her over the internet. That little girl will probably never tell anybody anything again. Because a woman who she thought was her friend, her father's girlfriend, when she got mad, when Mad Day came, exposed her and exploited her like everybody else in her life has done. That child has no safe place. So that is why I mourn for Cheyenne. And I pray all of them get the therapy and the help that they need. But everything that we see is a direct reflection of their environment and how they grew up. All of them. None of them have healed. This is why we have to try to stop the cycle of babies having babies. I'm not going to be surprised if Cheyenne gets pregnant at a young age. And then the cycle will just continue. But Suzette was all the way trash. However, she operated under what Caesar allowed her to do. Because Caesar himself sees his child as a woman in the street. He doesn't see her as a child.
She acts like a woman in the street. So, I mean, it's hard to see her as a child, a baby, when she's carrying on like that. Schoolboy, what are your thoughts on our recap? Because, again, we've covered this before back in January. I will link that video down below. But what are your thoughts on the stuff that Suzette said? There was also, if I remember correctly, a screenshot of Suzette saying that didn't the girl get pregnant and got caught an STD and had an abortion at 15? Suzette also said that. She said
I didn't see the pregnancy part. I remember from the old video her saying something about an STD. That's what I was saying.
STD. I think an abortion too. Yeah, an abortion and STD. Yeah, she also said that at 15 she got pregnant and caught an STD from some random dude at 15. I mean, that was pretty low and disrespectful for her to put that out there. I remember that.
C's is a simp. We know that. Okay. We know he's a simp. He's been a simp. Every time he get with a woman, he does typically what most people that are selfish do. And knowing that I have known people that do that. As soon as they get a new dick, a little bit new piece, a little yang here, a little yang there, they change. C's cannot, first of all, he's not going to be able to control this girl because he has not been a constant force in her life. So anything that he says to her is going to go in one ear and out the other. He's pacified it like most parents that once they come into money, they try to pacify it and fix it with money. And it's not going to fix the relationship or fix it by buying her things and spoiling her. When you what they say, spare the rod, spoil the child. When you do that, you make little monsters. She needs a lot of therapy in order to get through this. But the problem is knowing that I've been through this as a child myself and growing into an adult. She's going to get out here in the world and she's going to look for this in a man. She's going to look for a father in whatever man that she can find that she believes that love that is missing from Caesar. The problem is that Caesar needs to be a constant and stop making damn excuses. Black men do this all the time. Oh, well, she ain't let me see the baby. I can't go over there. That's what the court system is for. Why do we have to constantly make excuses? And I understand in the BS reason that I always hear is, well, I got a felony or the I don't like the police. Let me tell you something. Nothing keep you from your child. If you made it, should nothing keep you from your child. I don't give a damn what the woman got going on. If it's your child, it's your seed. You made it. You need to take care of your child. It's absolutely ridiculous the way this little girl has gotten, but it takes two. You don't have to be a product of your environment. I know plenty of people that came from the projects and got it out the mud and is better than what they are today, and you would never know of where they came from. So that's BS and that's excuses. As far as the baby mama, as far as the raggedy girlfriend, she said on the show she been a mixie, okay, aka thought box around them for years. So what he did was just recycle a heifer that always been around, hanging around as a hanger on her, and turned her into the main chick. She's trifling too. And anytime you would sit up there and you weaponize, what I can't understand with these people is you weaponize people pain when you get mad. You don't do that. If you truly love and care about somebody, you don't weaponize their pain. That little girl is going to be scarred from that. Because not only does she probably not trust her father, and I'm quite sure she don't trust a damn mom, her mammy too, because her mammy is sorry.
Yeah.
That little girl is going to be looking for love in
Yeah.
all the wrong places, and it is absolutely ridiculous. They have used this child as bait between each other and as a weapon. And the only person that's going to suffer is her. But it doesn't justify the behavior of all of the adults involved. And as Suzette, as a grown-ass woman with children, what example are you setting as a mother to sit up here and do the same thing to somebody else's child? It makes you no better. And the mama, there's nothing to flame. I can't blame these fools up no more because we've already done it. They all sorry, and I hope they all get some therapy.
I agree. Yeah, let me cut to the chase, otherwise we'll be here till midnight. C's has responded, and he's taking his baby mama to court over the claim she made that he abused their child, their daughter, which he says is a downright lie. So he's suing Crystal Torres for reiterating a claim that Cheyenne made, who is now 17. And he's saying he never assaulted her. He never pulled her out of the shower. It's a complete lie. He denies that characterization of himself. He insists he only disciplined Cheyenne, but now he's taking legal action over it, filing a lawsuit for defamation against Crystal for publicly claiming he was a child abuser. The suit even points out to remarks Crystal made this week on social media. That's the live I just played, which he says ruined his reputation and cost him a lot of money. According to the court documents, C says Crystal's IG post, the one I just played, and subsequent interviews around that time are inflammatory and flat out wrong. C says he even offered Crystal a letter from the Georgia Fulton County Department of Family and Children's Services clearing his name so she would quit publicly blasting him. He says despite that evidence, Crystal continued to smear his name, and that's why he is now filing this lawsuit. Bishop, sound off. What are your thoughts?
Yes, it's a lot. I mean, it's just too much. And from what Marcella let us know, you know, a lot of stuff she's been doing on the back end. So she, you know, all this stuff that she's saying, I can believe it now. You know what I mean? And then the back and forth and all this other stuff. It's just a bunch of raggedy people with a TV screen in front, a TV camera in front of their face. That's all it is. Yeah. And we're just seeing it on TV, but we know a lot of raggedy people like this. Raggedy women, raggedy men. I mean, you know, it's just a raggedy situation. And I hate to say it, they raise raggedy children. So you're just seeing a cycle that's going on and on and on. So it's like, you know, someone has to break the cycle, and unfortunately, when you put a camera in these people's faces, they all, you know, it just shed a light on how self-centered they are. So, you know, all this stuff they run into the courts and all this, it's a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Marcella, your thoughts on the lawsuit and his denial? He said he didn't put a finger on that girl. He just disciplined her. Which I believe personally.
He's
going to have to prove it.
Yep, It's going to be real short. It's her story, and his story. And they're going to come and they're going to decipher it. And when they do, to me, the courts are going to look at both parents and say, maybe we need to remove this young lady so we can get a little handle on it. Because it is terrible. It is terrible. And guess what? For C's to be suing her, and he's not making all that money yet until the camera starts shooting, because where has he been doing tattoos at? I don't know. I haven't heard nowhere. But to sue his child's mother, then to just let it go, it's something up here that's sick. And guess what? When you are with a girlfriend, the girlfriend is not a permanent fixture. He should have fired that bitch when she was talking about his daughter, period. He shouldn't have this girlfriend speaking to the public. Soon as she did that, she needed to be fired. Point blank.
Yeah. Ples, do you want to comment on the lawsuit?
Not really. It's trash. I just find it very interesting that he didn't fire off cease and desist when it was going on. Why he waited, to Crystal's point, why he waited until now when the show is back filming to do all of this. We always talk about defamation and things like that. And Caesar, I guess he's having delusions of grandeur or something because of VH1. He hasn't had a good reputation since when? His whole life. I mean, I I don't look at Caesar and think, oh, Caesar, like you already had a bad reputation,
right?
And discipline is so vague. My grandmother raised 11 kids. God rest her soul. And my mother was I think I may have had 5 whoopings my whole life because my mother is like, I know the discipline and the beatings that I got. Iron, the extension cord, the switch. Just because people use certain things or thought it was good enough for them or it's just discipline. Discipline comes in many forms. Don't mean it ain't abuse. A spanking is one thing, but manhandling a child, and I know men and women who basically fight their children. That's not discipline. You should never handle your child like another person on the street. That's not discipline. And if you feel like that's how you have to handle them to discipline them, you have already failed somewhere along the line. Sorry to tell you. Like, unless the child is like hitting you and manhandling you, now that's something different. But she didn't wash dishes, she got a smart mouth, doesn't deserve drugged and out of a shower and kicked by a whole man.
Allegedly.
Nah, you go take allegedly. You send her back to her mama with that or something. But you should never feel like you have to do that to get her under control.
Yeah.
And if you do, you've lost control as the adult. So it is what it is. I just feel like this is something that Caesar is doing for the show. And we'll see how it plays out, but whatever.
Yeah. Before we move on to Safaree and Erica Mena being robbed, Schoolboy, do you want to comment on C's filing a lawsuit against Crystal?
He's sorry. And the timing is right because the damn show is on. It's just everybody sit their ass down. I just it done got to this point with reality TV where literally I cannot lie to you, Monica. I'm sick of watching this shit because it done got to a point where it's not even reality TV. It's just a bunch of damn mess.
Yeah. A lot of people feel like you. All right, well, we're going to keep this thing moving. We're going to move on to Safaree and Erica Mena, who put robbers on blast who broke into their home and stole jewelry last week. So Safaree, here they go. Here these two go. Safaree and Erica Mena, they own a mansion in Atlanta, and they're on a mission to find the thieves who broke into their home over last week, actually. The married couple blasted robbers who busted into their home and stole jewelry. Erica posted a picture of one of the alleged robbers holding her daughter's stolen chain, and in the caption, and I quote, said, "Unfortunately, over the weekend, my house was robbed. There is now a $20,000 cash reward to anyone who can lead us in arresting all those involved. You can remain anonymous. Please DM Safaree or me." Safaree also posted the alleged robber and showed images of surveillance video. Let me go ahead and pull up Safaree's Instagram because he posted a lot of photos and video and all kinds of stuff. Let me go ahead and do that here. Let me share my screen. The robber actually went out and was wearing the pendant, the chain of the daughter's image, Safaree and Erica's daughter's image. How stupid can you be? So ridiculous. Let me see here. Share my screen. Okay, y'all can see that. See there he goes. There's the robber right there. And that's a very distinctive piece of jewelry that belonged to Safaree. I remember Safaree showing that jewelry off. My house was broken into over the weekend. Long story short, it was 4 of them armed. I have a 20K cash. DM me. Serious info only. You're on candid camera times 10 million. See, picture image of the face of one of the robbers. They got good security cameras. I need to upgrade my security. Let me show you another one there. See, there they are. It's a still shot. Look up Marlon, say cheese. I guess that's the person's name. Oh, wow. Here's a screen.
No,
Here's
remember
a video.
that Wayans Brothers, Look Up Marlon Say Cheese, when they show came on? That's what he was
no,
talking
I didn't. Oh, that's what it is. I never watched that show. With Pops, I never watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Here's the
Pop.
robber. That show never appealed to me too much. Look at him. They got cameras everywhere in the baby's room and everything. I hate thieves. I had an apartment broken into one time, and it is the most, you feel so violated. It's the most vulnerable.
And never be comfortable there again.
Never, ever. You feel so dirty and nasty. You know, they're going through all your drawers and stealing everything. It's just horrible. There was blood everywhere because they broke the window and jumped through or something. It was just horrible. There's the robber looking up right at the camera. Right at the camera. Yeah. There he is. This is a really good photo. He's at a party. Now, the female down here, isn't that the girl from isn't she from
Love and Hip Hop, Mimi?
No, not Flavor of Love.
Boots? That do look like Boots.
That looks like Boots, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it does. Looks like Boots.
Well, this is a very good picture of this person and that pendant. He has on the pendant right there. Got you. He's wearing my daughter's chain. Same day after burglary. Caught on live. Y'all going down. Go on and return this man's stuff. It's just so stupid. What are your thoughts, Bishop? Oh, and Erica also posted a female who she claims was involved and photos of the female's handbag collection. And Erica claims those are her handbags, but the female responded and clapped back and said, no, these bags belong to me. And then she posted older photos of where she had posted these handbags before, and she threatened to sue Erica. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's despicable that you have to steal from people, and stupid for you to post it online that you're wearing a distinctive, memorabilia of a necklace that is, custom. So it's pretty stupid. If you're gonna do dirt, be quiet about it. Honestly, please. I'm so tired of these clout chasing thieves. That's what they are, clout chasing thieves. You steal something, you want to build clout off of it. Gonna say this is a famous person, such. Don't ask me. Like, what was the point of even saying that? Now we know who to knock on the door. Now we know who to subpoena. Thank you, dummy. And as far as the girl with the handbags, Erica jumped the gun because that girl does have a lawsuit against her, and Erica is a public figure, and you have people coming after this girl saying that she's a thief, and she has older pictures of her own handbags that are similar. I'm like, they're handbags. Handbags come dimes a dozen. They make a lot of them so people can buy them. So this girl does have a lawsuit and a claim against this girl, against Erica, because Erica jumped the gun. She should have just took the pictures to the police officer and say, please investigate this. It's rather than posting it online, because as a public figure, you can get sued for defamation of character.
Absolutely. She jumped the gun. I feel bad for them though. Schoolboy, what are your thoughts?
As far as the handbags go, if they're designer handbags, they come with a serial number, ma'am. So if the lady purchased if they're designer bags, they have serial numbers, which trace back to insurance. So anytime something happens to them, so say you lose a Louis Vuitton bag or Gucci bag or Yves Saint Laurent bag, all you do is simply take that serial number, they replace your bag. So if the lady has proof that that is her serial numbers from her bags, Erica has no case. You're a fool. Stop jumping online, acting crazy. Just because you're upset about something, people need to be careful about what they throw online, because those handbags come with custom serial numbers. As far as the idiot, why are people robbing people and then taking photos with the stuff? The same person that stole Little Kim Bumble with the Bee medallion from the airport years ago, I remember that person in TSA got caught because they're customized pieces. They also have insurance. They should have insurance on them. as well. So you were an idiot. But what perplexes me is that picture does look like Boots was in that photo. So I'm wondering, how was this person all connected? Is this somebody that they know or what? Because this looks a little janky right here. But anyways, people don't do crimes and then put it online. Safaree, you should have, that's on the ring system. All you had to do was take it down to the Fulton County Police or whatever county y'all live in. Stop putting it online to blast folks. I mean, that's not helping the situation either.
Yeah. Erica's post had the caption and I quote, "So this stripper, Chrissy Mahone, is now allegedly wearing my jewelry." Well, she did say allegedly, which is good. "Wearing my jewelry and has all my purses. She has involvement with one of the robbers, one being," and she tagged the person, "Charlie Famous. Girl, be smart and give up all my belongings. If anyone knows her, please contact me. I got a cash reward on her as well, $10K in cash to anyone who can lead me to the arrest of this woman as well." Lead you? Shouldn't the police be leading? Marcella, what are your thoughts?
20K straight. Listen, why would he say call him? Why not call the police? And like you said, people with a little bit of change have what they call homeowners insurance, and they got insurance on jewelry, they got insurance on bags, and all I would do is let them motherfuckers keep that. Let me get some insurance money. What? I wouldn't want the stuff back. I wouldn't want the stuff back. Straight $20,000. They ain't got that kind of money, but if they do, he flashes all their stuff and in their house and around their house, and you done open it up like you are selling a home on a visual cyber realty, and these people done got familiar with your house from their house. So straight, you're not gonna get that stuff back. And
you might want to turn that volume down a little bit.
Stop talking about boys, because since these boys know where you are, Safaree and Erica, they can come right on back. You better shut up and let the police handle it.
From what I've seen, a lot of the people watching don't believe it's even legit. Plez, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, rich people problems. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not really interested. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, when you get online and you floss everything, you show off all of the bags, all of the chains, all of the this. Like, people see what you have and they want to come get a piece of it, you know? I just want people, you know, if you're gonna waste the time to do it, you walking in there with full-on beekeeper suits and all this kind of crap. Why then go and wear the chain? Like, have enough common sense and go get the thing melted down and sold into something else. Or is it like the old Boondocks episode when they stole Thugnificent's chain from Riley and Butch Magnus said, "Take this damn chain. I had my daddy got it appraised and it ain't worth nothing." Because other than to floss and to say, "Look, I got over on Safaree," and Safaree ain't even like, you know, it ain't like he's look, he ain't even.
He got robbed in New York before.
He's not even Chingy or Ja Rule at this point. I'm just saying, it's not like you went and took somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be street cred when you can go take somebody's stuff, but Safaree ain't nobody to go take nothing from. I just think it's people watching because they tell too much. We on vacation. We on this. We on that. People watch all of that kind of stuff. And how the cameras work, but the alarm didn't go off, so you just got cameras, but you don't have an alarm. Like, make it make sense. So you could afford one, but you couldn't afford other. If you have insurance, honestly, I'm not, you know, ain't no cry for me, Argentina over here. Insurance will pay for it or some of it, and maybe you'll be more responsible. and hopefully she'll get off Instagram. Like, girl, other people have nice things. You're not the only woman who used what she got to get what she want. So why you over there in that lady's closet like she can't have the same purses that you got? Y'all all go buy the same doggone bag. Yeah. Or have Louis Vuitton and Gucci send them to you for free so you can peddle to poor people who can't afford it so they can try to be like y'all. Half of y'all don't even pay for that stuff. That's probably why the insurance won't cover it, because it was gifted to you in the first place.
True. The one thing I will say that Erica may have something going on here is that the association between this stripper and the robbers, because she says that that's her boyfriend or they're connected somehow. I guess she went through their Instagrams and matched things up. She needs to stop playing detective, though, and let the police handle it. They're going to fumble this case. They really are. Moving on. Sadly, I have to report that famous comedian, Black comedian, Paul Mooney has passed away today. He was 79. Thank you, Sunshine Weston. Pledge, you giving me life, laughing my butt off. That is so sweet. Paris Royal, thank you for the super chat. You guys are awesome. I would love to chime in for a quick second and say, what's up? I'm not always able to be on here live, so I'm appreciative to have this moment. What's up to you, Paris? Thank you for joining us. Yes, as I was saying, Paul Mooney passed away. He's one of my favorite comedians. I just absolutely loved him. Let me just share my screen so we can have a moment to commemorate one of the greatest to ever do it, actually. Let me change the settings here on the sound so you guys can hear this. All right, can you guys see that? Can you hear that? I don't know why this never works. You can't hear it, right? Okay, I don't know why it never works. For some reason on Instagram, the sound, but yeah, he passed away. Do you have any words to say, Bishop, on the passing of Paul Mooney? The great.
It's unfortunate, but I know people have to, transition sooner or later. He lived a long life. 79 years is a very long time. He is one of the greatest and one of the most fearless comedics, and he was true to being Black, and he uplifted Black people in the midst of cracking jokes on white people. We lived in such a world where everybody's so PC. He was not PC whatsoever, and he didn't care if he was mainstream or not mainstream. He was going to stay on his independent thought, and that is what I call a fearless brother right there. And a lot of people can look up to him for that. And he uplifted all of our, how we are Black people, our Black roots, and made sure that we know our history within him, giving you comedic relief. He's giving you history on how Black people were not none of these people that's in the jungles swinging from trees to trees. No, we actually built things. People in the world copied us. And he didn't allow people to whitewash our history either.
Yes.
He was fearless. He wasn't scared. And maybe that's why his career didn't necessarily grow and shine as big as a Kevin Hart, who to me is a coon. I cannot stand Kevin Hart. What are your thoughts? A few words for the great Paul Mooney, schoolboy?
I love Paul Mooney. I was sitting up here earlier watching the Chappelle show.
Yeah.
The Negro Dominance, that was Paul Mooney he said what was on his mind, and he never bit his tongue. And people always say that I should be a comedian, and if I could be anyone, that him and Lunel, they don't bite their tongue. They say what it is that they feel, and I forever that man is a class act. He educated you, he told you, and he loved to make white people uncomfortable, which was my favorite thing about him, because I like to make them uncomfortable too. May he rest in peace. But he is forever a great and a godfather to the comedy game, and he'll be forever missed.
Absolutely. As one of my favorite YouTubers and radio personalities, Star. Do y'all know Star? Do you know Star?
Yes.
He would often refer to Paul Mooney as a Negro scholar. And he's absolutely right. He's a Negro scholar. Marcella, any words for the great Paul Mooney?
Paul Mooney was an innovator and motivator educator. He wrote with Richard Pryor. He told you how he feel. You never had to think what he was thinking. He told you. So I'm going to miss him because he was fabulous, darling. And he lived his truth. Rest in peace. My deepest condolences to his family. He will be missed, but thank God we were able to have some of his things on video. And when we need to know to stand up, Google some of his videos. He gonna tell you like it is.
Yes. Yes, absolute. Plus, any words for the great Paul Mooney?
Yeah, I just, as everybody has already said, rest in peace, rest in power. I love him. I personally am one. Death is very hard for me, but as Bishop said, 79 years was a great long life. He did what he came here to do. He did his work. And so when we see these things, I said it on my Instagram earlier, this man spoke truth to power and wasn't afraid to do it and didn't care who liked it. And he was a scholar. He was a pioneer. My first love is writing. He was a writer. He was one of the first Black people, let alone Black comedians in the Writers Guilds. He wrote for Red Fox and, as you already said, Richard Pryor. I was so happy when Dave Chappelle brought him to the Chappelle Show and made him more mainstream and gave him a bigger platform to say what he's been saying since the 60s and 70s. When we talk about like the civil rights movement and the struggle that Black people have gone through in this country, people like to trivialize when stars or other people get involved or use their platform, but that's what we need. We need it all. You need the protesters. You need the, actual activists, the Martin Luther Kings, the Tamika Mallory's. Like, you need the people out there doing the work, but the people who will utilize their platform and don't care if they lose money, if they lose sponsorships, if they alienate certain crowds. I love him. I will miss him. I love his brand of comedy. My favorite from like just me being alive comics are Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. And it's because they have that same smart, thought-provoking, change-demanding comedian, commentary. It's not just, no shade to Kevin Hart and those people, because they have their lane as well. But I'm just not much of a slapstick type comedy person. I like the type of jokes that make me think. I like the type of jokes that challenge my reality. And that's what he did. He challenged people. He challenged the status quo. He spoke truth to power. And honestly, y'all, us, like the younger people, it's on us now. Our pioneers, our activists from back in the day, they've done their job. We have to keep the fight. So I hope his family is doing well. I pray that they grieve and that as gracefully as that they can, and that God gives them strength and comfort. But you can rest assured that he did what he came here to do.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people didn't know that he was a writer, not only for Richard Pryor, but he wrote for Good Times, Sanford and Son, and Living Color, and many, many other shows. Okay. He got in trouble a lot of times too, because he didn't give a damn. He gonna tell you. And that's what I liked about him. He just didn't care. He would say things and make your eyes pop out of your head like, did he just really say that? And then you look around, if you ever saw him live, you look around and see what the white people's reaction were, and they were laughing. Right? He wrote for Dave Chappelle. Absolutely. He once said, white people in Boston deserve what they got. Ooh, child. Yikes. But listen, God rest his soul. He was a pioneer, a visionary, an amazing man. And I know the Black community, I mean, the whole, I guess the human race, I would say, because he had fans all over, worldwide, are all grieving. Condolences to his family. We love you, Paul. Yes, yes. All right, let's go ahead and take some calls. I'm going to add our girl, Queen Tulsa of Oklahoma, to the chat. Oh, look at you. Reporting live from the scene.
Reporting live from the scene. First, I want to acknowledge the panel. We have Plez, we have Schoolboy, we have the Bishop, we have Auntie Marcella, and we have the lovely Fabulous. What is her name, guys? Say her name. Monica. We all know it, don't we? Okay. Yes, I am. I'm actually in the field. I want to dive in right here by saying, let's smash that like button. Let's subscribe, hit those notifications, set it to all, and also become a member and jump into these after parties. And guess what, guys? I'm not supposed to say anything, but there's going to be some hot parties on these after parties, is what I've been told. Oh, okay. So,
did we lose her? Queen, did we lose you? Are we having some static from the location? She's on location, folks. So that happens from time to time. Did we lose the broadcast? I'm going to take her out and bring her back in and see what happens. Yeah, that could be the internet. You know, the internet has been acting up. All right. In the meanwhile, let's add Sunshine. Weston, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. You have all your devices turned off. You don't have a TV going or an iPad, right? You sure? Okay. All right. Hey, Miss Sunshine.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
We love you too. Look at that smile. I love that smile.
Yes. Listen, I hope I was able to send my donation for I think her name is
Monique.
the lady who lost somebody.
Monique Samuel. Yeah.
Yes.
I believe I got your Cash App yesterday. And thank you for sending that for the donation for flowers.
Because I really listen, I'm gonna support everything Black because I'm woke. I'm very woke.
I love it.
Miss Tulsa. Oh, please, can I tell Miss Tulsa? Marcella. Listen, I'm 46 years old. I don't know how old you are, but I love you. Listen, you supposed to ride or die for your friends, even if you don't appreciate the things that they did. I understand that part. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like when you was like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not cool. Like I don't want her to go for mine. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go for yours. You know what I'm saying? So that was my only but I never, you got your feelings, I got mine. You feel me?
I respect that.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I love the fact that you and Schoolboy always bigging up the city. You know what I mean? But yes, I love y'all. I'm going to continue to support all of y'all. I was having problems, but I fixed it. Okay? Thank you for allowing me to be on the show.
I need some of what you had. What you had?
What I had? When you say what I had, as far as what you mean as what I had, I need you to specify.
Okay, we don't need to know. We don't need to know, Sunshine. You have a great evening, my love. Thank you for calling in. We love and appreciate you.
Marcella, inbox me. I'll tell you what I had. I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I smoke weed. Okay. I don't do drugs.
All right, my love. Take care.
I'm not with that, and I don't rape nobody.
Yeah. All right. Bye. All right. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Carry that on offline.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Let me add Princess to the chat. Hey, Princess. How are you?
You okay, Princess?
She over there crying, laughing.
Also, I want to shout out all the donations that came in for flowers. I spoke to Monique directly, and she said the funeral will be next week. So once I do buy the flowers, I'll take a big old picture and share it with all of the teacups. So thank you for all the donations.
And she's so appreciative, y'all. Very much.
Princess, what do you got on your mind tonight, my love? What's your shirt say?
Oh, it said, Monica said.
What? Cancel that bitch. Cancel that bitch. Okay.
I
Throw the
love
campaign
it.
all over her. Just cancel her. Done.
Okay, y'all gonna be mad at me today, but it's okay. First, let's start backwards. Mr. Paul Mooney is a legend, and he's one of the best that ever did it, even though maybe the younger crowd don't recognize him or a lot of people don't know it, but he is a driving force behind a lot of comedians that are out here today. So if you don't really know his comedy and his smart comedy and his activism for the Black community, you need to look him up because he's hilarious. You find him all on Netflix too. Now, Erica Mena and Safaree, they need to just go back to juicing and stay in together. I personally feel like this might be another publicity stunt just to keep them quote unquote relevant. Okay. I don't know. Now y'all just schooled me. I knew Louis Vuitton had insurance on the bags. I just bought another bag and they didn't ask me about insurance. So y'all just taught me something. So I might have to call the store back. Be like, where's my insurance for my bag before I take it outside? But besides that, like, you know, I have poor people's problems. And baby, I got lemonade and a ring camera and some cameras in my house. So I don't know why you don't have no insurance either, fam. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That don't sound right. Somebody come in here and steal my TV. I'm gonna call them people up and tell them they stole my TV and get a new one. That's all you gotta do. Now,
yeah, that's simple.
C's and what's her face? Crystal. She used to look like this. Okay, let's not be clear.
Nice.
She's trash. He's trash. The child is trash. The girlfriend is trash. The whole family is the trash family in a whole dumpster and throw them all away. Okay, so as players that laid it down a lot earlier, so I don't need to do a full recap. But if you've been watching since season 1, you would know that the both of them were trash and they've raised the spoiled brat. She's a horrible child. Okay. First, with the situation, I do not believe. Well, first of all, I think they all lying. Let's be clear. I do not believe totally that C's went and beat that girl to the point of what they're saying. Because as a mother, a single mother, you beat my little girl, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, I'm having somebody come to your house from the streets. Okay, and I know she knows somebody from the streets, and they're gonna meet you at your door. Or the minute that you touch down in New York, somebody's gonna meet you right outside the airport. I'm not playing about my kid, and it's nothing that no police officer that's a fan. Oh, you're going to recognize that my child was assaulted. Everybody's going to jail, and they're going to be under the jail, including Miss Suzette and her trash ass too, talking about my child. Because again, I don't resort to violence, but when you get to telling my child's business on social media, I'm coming to meet you too, ma'am. All of this it doesn't sound right. There's something missing in everybody's story as to why this escalated to where it did. I don't believe he beat her that bad, but I do believe he did something to her. I do believe he maybe verbally assaulted her. I don't believe that the girlfriend don't have nothing to do with it. I think she might have got into it too. And as I said before, he should have controlled his woman. And there is no way that that girlfriend should have ever been in that situation between him, his daughter, and his daughter's mother. The daughter's mother is trash because she uses the child as a pawn. She uses her for money. She does not correct her as a lady. She thinks that that little girl is her friend because she ain't got no friends. And she's made that daughter her friend. So that's why that daughter feels free to sit up there on the video. And my mama don't want my daddy and shit. And you know, she should have never been there. Okay, my kids know if I have ever done something to you, or if I assaulted you, or if I beat you in the head, if I had done something like that to my kids, they would have never been on social media. Okay, I talk to my kids. Okay, and they know not to play with me. I was raised back in the day where what happens in the house stays in the house. You bet not tell what goes on in here, okay? That beating or whatever happened to her was uncalled for, but at the same time, I need to see some evidence. Something is not right in the water, and everybody is wrong in this situation from the bottom all the way to the top. That child should have never been in that situation, but the mother, as the mother, she has not stood up and been a good mother and put her foot down. As a father, he has not been instrumental enough in her life to put his foot down, because most little girls I know, if they got their daddy, you're not going to brace up against him. If he told you to wash the dishes, them dishes gonna be washed before he opens his mouth. His girlfriend is not gonna be able to say nothing to you, because my kids know I don't have to beat you. But when you get to be 15, 16, 17, and you think you woman enough to be out woman me, I'm gonna show you the door, and you're gonna go get your own place, and that's all that has to be said. And you're gonna walk out with the clothes that you bought, which is not.
Girl, I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Princess. You said a word. We about to wrap things up because the backstage is full.
I'm sorry, girl.
That's okay.
I love y'all.
You said a word.
Amen to that.
Thank you, my love, and I love the t-shirt. Keep on pushing, my sister. You have a good night.
Good night.
All right.
Cancel them broads.
Yeah, something ain't right in that whole mess. Queen Tulsa, are you back on location? Are you ready to go?
She said
We
she's
had
back.
technical difficulties a little while ago, but she's reporting in on the scene. Queen Tulsa, what you got for us?
All right, yes, guys, I am back on the scene. Let's jump right into it. Crystal, you want to play victim, I see. Not on my watch. Moving right along. Erica Mena and Safaree, get insurance. Leave us alone until you have some real drama. Allegedly, music blasting and dirty dishes was the cause of you knucking and bucking with your daughter, C's. Where do we do that at? Why didn't Suzette clean the kitchen? Question. As much as Caesar uses Groupon, I'm not sure as to why he didn't utilize the cleaning service for that particular incident. Okay, we're gonna move right on. Suzette gives bonus moms and stepmoms a bad rep. That's not how it's done, Auntie Susie. All right, moving right along. Crystal, you're single, you have a dude, you have insurance, worked for the corporate America, you're INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? Good. Go talk to a therapist and stop going live. Someone call 911. Suzette been on her throw some blow shit all 2021. Caesar let his daughter know that he's the baddest bitch. Damn it, Trina. Rockstar. Crystal, speaking over your child, you're putting negative thoughts into her head. Please only feed her positive energy. Negative thoughts breed. Also, Crystal is giving me Angela Stanton vibes. Am I the only one? Moving right along. Why is music lasting at 11:30 p.m.? Why dishes aren't clean? What was your tone like? Okay, so we're going back to that. What was your tone? What was your delivery when you went and, address your daughter? No one knows but you. Where was Suzette? She wasn't a woman enough to clean her kitchen. Damn it, sorry, that's queen behavior, taking care of responsibilities. How about counseling instead of being a reality star? Camera time. It seems to me that Caesar's is a stereotype of guys. Yeah, the ones that let your significant other disrespect the mother and the mother of your children that you conceive. I feel like that's disrespectful on all levels. This is an adult situation. The child should not have been involved in any of this. And that's all we have here in the field. I will be reporting live back tomorrow. All
right, folks. There you have it. Thank you, Queen Tulsa, reporting in live from the scene. We appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe out there. All right,
guys. See ya.
All right. Good night. All right. That was Queen Tulsa reporting in live from the scene. She's amongst the people. All right. We're gonna add Britt to the chat. Hey, Britt, how you doing, my love?
Hey there, panel. Hi, teacups. How everybody doing? Monica, love you. Listen.
Love you too.
Love everybody. See, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. This is like a little sister talking to you. We're not mad that you beat your daughter. We're not even mad that you probably disciplined your daughter. I'm not gonna say beat. Correct that. Allegedly disciplined your daughter. But the problem is you're a public figure, and everything you do is on a grandstand. So everybody get to see and judge you on this. So in a way, sir, you just gonna have to accept that your daughter is your karma. Sorry, that's just the honest God truth. How you mistreated women in the past, and starting with her mother is just the example of the replica of how she grew up in her environment to learn how to just not respect you. So you can't get mad. You have to accept it. Get your daughter some counseling. Maybe talk to your girlfriend. I don't know your girlfriend like that, but you might want to talk to your girlfriend and tell her like, hey, I created this mess. You might want to stay out of it. Because everybody know your baby mama is crazy. We knew Crystal was crazy from season 1. That girl is stuck on you. She ain't going nowhere. She done said it. She done stepped. Any woman that go to a surgeon to get her face redone just so you can want her back and be the woman that you want. Like, come on, sir. She ain't going nowhere. So you might want to tell your girlfriend, like, hey, she ain't gonna might run you off, but you're gonna have to get ready to fight her every time because Crystal, she gonna be the one. And yeah, Safaree and Erica, yeah, we done. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. You get robbed one more time, Safaree. I'ma rob you. If it's that easy to rob you, I'm gonna go ahead and make you my lick and come up off you. Cause that don't make no sense. That you're an easy lick. You get robbed like that, that's crazy to me. Like I'm about to mask up and suit up. Don't put the police on me. I'm just saying, like it's becoming a thought, but that's just too much. Like, sir, stop it. Yeah. But that's all I wanted to say.
You're funny. You gonna bust a lip too, girl? Listen, I don't blame you.
What? Okay. I swear
I thought about it too. I thought about it too.
Like, it's for real. You get robbed that many times. You is a lick, honey. You need to get hit everything. I need to mask up and go ahead and go to LA.
He got robbed a long time ago going to a concert, and he said he was never gonna wear jewelry again.
Yeah.
So far, we all know it ain't true. We get it, sir. Y'all need your coins, but if it's that easy to get your coins, I'm finna mask up. I ain't gonna lie.
Girl, don't snitch on yourself now. Do not snitch on yourself. You have a good night, my love. You're so funny. Bye. Next thing you know, you got Erica Mena DMing me talking shit. She's so crazy, Erica Mena. Ain't she crazy? She
ain't no DM right now.
She went after no, not right now, but she went after Wendy Williams. She went after MC Shaky. She just misinterprets everything. I hope that stripper does sue her stupid ass. Anyway, Sunshine Weston, thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Marcella did apologize. She was not referring to you all. She made a bad joke. Yeah, Auntie Marcella apologized to the entire African community. You guys stop living up to the stereotypes about Africans and stop attacking her, okay? Stop it. Cut it out. Leave her alone at this point. She said she was sorry. And at this point, you're bullying. And it's not going to go anywhere, especially with me, because I love Marcella, and she knows that. She knows that very much. Deborah Doigier, thank you so much for the super chat. I love your last name. It just sounds so exotic. Doigier. Doesn't that sound good? I like that. Thank you for the super chat. Princess brings the tea too. Blessings, Teacup. You all in my staying prayers. Laugh out loud. Thank you. Continue to pray for us. We need it. We appreciate you. Shireen Simpkins, thank you for the super chat. This may be indirectly. Please, can you review a video of Snoop Dogg? Beautiful daughter. Thank you. Love you. That's kind of dark. And it's sad. Y'all know about Snoop Dogg's daughter, right? What happened? Coco, I think that's her name. Coco. Mm-hmm. She attempted suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she suffers with lupus too, and it's really bad. And, I'm pretty sure that put her in a depression and a lot of colorism stuff. She's extremely, extremely dark, and her siblings are light. And I know her whole life she struggled with that, and people always coming for her in the comments about how she looks, and she's a beautiful young lady.
Beautiful.
And then she was saying she's not rich. She drives a Toyota Corolla. Her parents are rich, but she's not rich. Dealing with depression and all those kind of things. I hope God looks over her and keeps her safe. But I don't like touching on stuff like that too much. You guys want to cover it? What do you think?
I think we need to bring awareness to it. Because it's so many layers to it. It don't have to be sad, but it can be a teachable moment, though.
Okay. All right. We'll do it then. I definitely, whatever Bishop says, I agree with. Let's do it. Yeah. House of Princess, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Marcella apologized many times. Please get over it. She didn't mean any malice. You guys are meaner than anyone on the panel sometimes. Absolutely. They won't let, well, it's just a few people. And I think it's a bunch of fake accounts. And I think it's one person or three people with a bunch of fake accounts. It's not even feeding into it. I mean, you really want to see some trolls? Go over to Twitter. Y'all need some troll classes? Go to Twitter. Y'all ain't working with much if you think you're about to troll me or Marcella. I've dealt with trolls in the past. Let me tell you something, okay? You want to see some trolls? Go over to the Devil's Paradise over there on Twitter. That's where they all dwell. Oh my God.
Devil Paradise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Twitter is hell. Queen Mama Bear, thank you for the super chat. Scarica and Sim are beyond thirsty. They're totally dehydrated. Yeah. Someone go ahead and splash them with some water. They need it. Who knows? The whole thing might be a setup. They might be all actors. Who knows? Why not go to the police? Why are you talking about rewards and all this stuff? Hit me up and all this other stuff. What you gonna do? They can't do nothing.
I felt the same way when Princess and Ray J lied about them damn dogs. I'm sorry, allegedly. I don't believe that storyline either.
You don't
Love and
believe
Hip
it,
Hop
huh?
is a mess. No,
yeah, they will lie for a storyline. They will create anything sad. It really, really is sad. Helene Easley, thank you so much for the super chat. This girl was probably acting out before she went to stay with her dad. Her mom couldn't handle her. Her mother did say that in so many words, you know. She has no respect for her mom or dad. I feel sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for her. I don't. And you're right. You're absolutely right. She has no respect at all. She's out of control. Her attitude, I know she thinks it's cute and it's very straight, but it's ugly. It's abrasive. You don't want to engage with her. You know, she's one of those people that you don't want in your life. You don't want to be around her. You don't want to talk to her. It's sad. She's one of those girls too that will fight her mate, her partner, a man, because she thinks she's a man, you know. Kayana Wallace, thank you so much for another super chat. C's don't have a backbone, period, not just with women in his life, but with the dudes too. It's dumb easy to make him change his mindset. Peep how Ted told him Suzette was a dub. Next week, C's is breaking up with Suzette. Yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's have one more caller before we call it a night. Let's add Sassy76. Hey, Sassy, my love. Hey, boo.
Hey. Hi, guys. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you, Princess?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you. I wanted to start off with rest in peace to Paul Mooney. Yes. I just learned today of all of his writing that he did for some of my shows. Don't want to show my age, but I appreciate him so much and what he gave to, our community. And the last thing I want to speak to is this Caesar and his daughter's mother. For me, I get a sense that she, the daughter, unfortunately, has experienced a lot of disrespect from the mother and her father, because the one thing that you want to teach your children is to be respectful to all adults, no matter, who they are, whether they're teachers, people in the community. And if she's able to, be disrespectful to her father or to anyone else, it just speaks back to the parenting skills of, C's and his, and then her mother. And so for me, this is just another sad situation of just poor parenting. And I'm so against poor parenting because unfortunately, that's the home that I grew up in. And it has, shaped a lot of, decisions I made, good and bad, or feeling alone, or having to figure out life, by trial and error. And I just see the same thing for, unfortunately, this child who is 17 years old and being disrespectful, because I'm a parent of one, and he's 17. And even though I was a single parent, but his father was a part of his life. I've never experienced disrespect, and I always told him, the first thing I always told him is, you are once you leave the house, you are a representative of your father and I. And I think that's the first thing you have to instill in your children, so that in the end, whenever they do make mistakes, because children make mistakes, children will come into their own emotions at some point, and you never know how they're going to handle, disappointment, fear, anger. But the one thing, if you can tell them, is that when you leave the house, you're a representative of, your father and I. So we need you to have a certain standard, and God is always first. And that was the other thing I wanted to say. I don't never like to speak to. I never come on a lot. I listen. I've been here for months now, and I normally don't speak to a lot of the celebrity. Some of the things that you report on, which I love, Monica, and I love the panel. All of you guys, the things you share and your opinions. I never like to speak to it because I'm not perfect. But one thing I do know is that as a parent, your children are a representative of who you are. And so in this situation, even with her jumping on and, on the mom's live and just being loud, it just showed that, unfortunately, this child doesn't have any good values and morals, in my opinion, because she just came off as being disrespectful and not understanding what the moment is. And I also, I feel like the mother should have not been on a live or told the daughter, stay out while I'm doing this, because this is about adults, and shouldn't have involved her.
Yeah.
So I just think that at the end of the day, reality TV is just trash. I really like, I think Schoolboy said she stopped watching, or a lot of others stopped watching a few years ago, because it definitely, I'm from New York, and I've walked, when I returned back to New York a couple of years ago, and I would walk past the spot where they film, the gates are always down, or I should say, and so that it's not really real. But it's just a sad situation to see play out on TV, and I just have the parents to blame. I don't want the daughter also has a responsibility, because she's old enough. But if you don't instill your children with the skills and the tools that they need to be respectful to adults, they're not going to know what to do in this world. And so I can't put most of the blame on her. I just want to blame C's and his, daughter's mother for this situation. And it's embarrassing.
It is.
But I love you guys, and I appreciate the channel, of course, all of you guys, and thank you.
No, thank you. We appreciate you, and your commentary was on point, and I love your style and your delivery. Very gentle and peaceful. Thank you for that.
Go Lakers. Just want to say.
You have to slide that in. Okay, my love, you have a great evening.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Oh, she's very sweet. I wanted to address this comment by Miss Love Me Back Jones. She's referring to me when I said that, what's the young lady's name? I don't want to mess it up, Bishop. What's the young lady's name? Does anyone know on the panel? Is it Coco?
Corey. Her name is Corey. But they call her Coco.
Yeah.
Okay. You said she's extremely dark. Like, why? Because she is extremely dark. If she was extremely light, I would say she's extremely light. The people that have an issue with it don't like the color of their skin. They don't like dark skin. So that's why that stands out to them so much, because you probably hate yourself or hate the color of your skin. I mean, it's a known fact. Well, it's a known fact in the Black community that colorism exists. And when your siblings are much lighter than you and their children look half white and all this other stuff, and you stand out because your complexion is completely different, that lends itself to depression as well. Mm-hmm. It does. It does. And the reason why her skin is like that, I think she said because of the lupus too. The lupus played a part in it. They used to have a reality show and they've addressed it. It's not new. So if anyone's offended by that, that means that you're offended by extremely dark skin, that's offensive to you. Why would it be, an issue to describe someone's skin color like that? We're all black, aren't we? Well, then again, I'm a white lady, according to them. Anyway, we're going to wrap things up because it's getting late. Schoolboy, where can they find you?
You can find me on my channel on YouTube at Schoolboy. You can find me on Twitter in the Devil's Playground, as Monica calls it, at school_boy. And you can follow me on Instagram now, in which the lives is getting a little lit over there at school_boy_ 2021. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Plez, where can they find you?
Well, girl, they finna find me listening to some Floetry. Because you put it on my mind now with this, it's getting late, I'm gonna be here. But yeah, I will be on Instagram at scared_of_beautiful. And here on YouTube, my YouTube channel is Scared of Beautiful, just spaces, no period.
All right, Marcella, where can they find you? Looking very, you have yourself on mute.
Y'all can find me on Schoolboy Instagram in the morning, but you can find me on All the Real Housewives Discussion on Facebook, and then you can find me on Speak with Your Girl Marcella, and you can find me here. And please hit those like buttons. I love ya.
Love you too. Bishop, where can they find you?
You can actually find me after this show. I'll be going live because I missed my live window this morning, or well, not this morning, this afternoon. And you can find me here at the Bishop with 2 E's, and you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bishop Red Pill. All
right. Oh goodness gracious, Teacup fam. Please like and share this video and subscribe to All About the Tea. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. We love you so very much. Mods, thank you for holding down the chat as always. Everyone that sent in a super chat or a cash app, thank you so much for helping us keep the lights on. We appreciate and love you and appreciate the support. I want everyone to stay safe and be blessed. We'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, same place, spilling some more tea. Bye, everyone. Bye.